Welcome back to the YouTube, and today we're going to go over a very topical discussion of how to take time off as an online coach, especially over things like Christmas, which at the moment of this video is in 2 weeks. So we're going to walk you through the key points that you need to consider in order to take time off over Christmas without your clients leaving, without your clients feeling like you've abandoned them, and without you being racked with guilt and sitting in the corner eating mince pies, like going through your phone and making sure your clients are okay. I don't know why mince pie is this big, but we're gonna. I don't eat mince pies, as you can tell. So.
Now Marks and Spencer's do mini mince pies.
Do they?
Yeah, they're good. Me and Jonathan eat them.
Is there more crust than mince pie? What's the ratio like?
Yeah, no, it's a good ratio.
Because like shortbread, I'm fine with. I don't like dried fruit. I don't like raisins.
It's a bit more pastry than filling.
You know why? Because sometimes, when you used to get a shit packed lunch, you used to get a little shitty bag of like sun-kissed raisins or something like that. And I used to think that's. Bearing in mind at this point, I was probably eating like a ham-paste sandwich, so I had no pedestal to stand on. But I'm thinking, what's this little poverty pack of fucking raisins? Like, can I not have an apple or some fresh fruit? Are we devoted to this? And then I'd happily eat my ham-paste sandwich for some reason, or like my pork lunch and meat butty. But yeah, childhood repressed memories, clearly. So the first thing to consider when you want to take time off for Christmas is your clients probably want to take time off over Christmas as well. If you go through the process and make it like a big thing, like, oh, well, right, we're not going to work over Christmas, but right, if you need me, message me if there's an emergency. Stop it. Okay, just stop it. There's no such thing as an emergency in fitness coaching. There is no such thing as an emergency in fitness. What kind of emergencies can people? Oh my God, I tripped and fell and a Dorito's got in my eye. What? Like, it's not going to happen. All right. No kind of nutrition and fitness coaching requires emergency response times. You're not the fucking NHS or even a dentist. Most dentists on Christmas will be like, bro, if your tooth fell out, just deal with, put it in some milk until Monday, and I'll deal with it then. You're qualified. You're an important part of people's lives. So I would just be upfront about it and be like, listen, from day X to day Y, we're going to be closed, like working with clients. Obviously, we'll set you up with some stuff, kind of like and again, I'll go through this in the next point, but we'll set them some stuff around it. So they still feel supported. They still feel like they've got everything they need. They still feel like they're working to our stuff. But let's be honest, people are going to eat themselves stupid. I eat a full family trifle to myself every year as a tradition, and then some Viennetta on top. I don't care. Most people don't, all right? The point I'm trying to make is, if your clients cannot survive for 10 days without you, first of all, your business systems probably need to be a little bit better. The second thing that you need to be aware of is that you're probably not coaching your clients very well, because your clients should be able to survive without constant hand-holding. So that's something to consider. Be upfront. Be frank about it. Don't make allowances. Like, don't try and, like, oh, well, but if you need me, but just don't do buts. Like, people do not need you for 10 days. Take it off. Be present with your family. Be present with yourself. If you hate fucking Christmas and it's got bad memories for you, then work or do something else. But I think it's personally always a good time to take 10 days off. Reset for the next year. Point number 2. A really good tactic to make people feel like they're still getting a lot out of the service, even though you are taking, a third of the month off. Bookend the time off. Okay. And what I mean by this is get all your clients together and do some group work before and after the holidays. Group work is great for things like, one thing that we would tell our clients to do. And again, put your own twist on this. It's your business. You're the marketer. You're the coach. You know your clients better than me. But ideas. Have a 2022 review where they celebrate the things that they've done really well. They congratulate, for what they've achieved. But the next step is they also look into maybe what things that they left unfinished, goals that they didn't quite hit, and things that they really want to make a priority for 2023. Okay, it's a really good reflective exercise. You could also do something along the lines of like, thoughts and considerations over Christmas. And this is going to be more for the coaches that have like people with food relationship issues and maybe behavioral issues around food. It could be some things to consider around Christmas time, because it is quite a a high pressure situation for people like that. They're constantly being offered food, they're constantly being judged on the kind of food that they're eating. So if you're that kind of coach, you might want to set up some sort of workshop that deals with those issues and helps them feel comfortable and gives them some guidelines. Okay, so build some resources out prior to finishing that's going to help your clients manage that. For your Gen Pop fat loss clients who don't have a relationship with food issues, I don't think there's really anything to consider with regards to managing Christmas. Like telling them to drink vodka instead of Baileys is probably going to fuck them over. But like, rather than that, like put vodka in the coffee and then be pissed by fucking 10 o'clock and just raiding the cupboard. So, you know, what you would say for like most of the year generally doesn't obviously work at Christmas. Your clients may not be having Christmas, and then, you know, you've got different considerations to make, but use it as a year of reflection. If your clients don't celebrate Christmas, if they're Muslim or Hindu or something like that, use it as a time period to reflect on the year before. So the first option that I said, reflect on the year, reflect on the goals, and then future pace forward. What are we going to work on next year? What are we going to do? Okay. Then when you come back, I would also have something that kind of kicks off the service again. So for us this year, it's going to be on the 5th. All right. And that's going to be, so for our clients, I'll use us as an example. Like we're going to go like, you know, finishing your Christmas campaigns, sharpening up your January offer for next year. Look at what you achieved in your business this year. Look at when you want to achieve next year. Okay. And then January, come back together is going to be Q1 planning. Okay. It's going to be planning the whole of Q1 with all their marketing and all their launch processes and looking at their January offer and making sure that's as tight as it needs to be. So that's, our clients are going to be buzzing to come back and do that because it's a big goal setting thing for them and it's a big strategy session for them. And you could do a similar thing with your clients. You could help them plan in the holidays and planning when they want to take time off and planning when they've got special birthday events and help them plan a sort of schedule of their results for that time. You can also talk about making the most of January. You can also go through things like, you know, the gyms are going to be busy. Let's look at situations that might happen and how to work around those best. So there's loads of different things you can do that, like when they come back in Jan. And bookending and making a big deal about, look, this is what we're going to do to help support you over Christmas. This is the thing we're going to finish the year on, and this is the thing we're going to start the year on. And that's going to make them feel so much better about just not having 10 days off, basically. The third and final thing I would do, if you are struggling with this and you find that you're getting a lot of kickback, take on better clients. Build better relationships with your clients, okay? If clients are really, really kicking off about you taking 10 days off over Christmas, they're not very high quality clients at all. Most people understand that businesses and services close down over this time. And if you're running into a lot of resistance with that, it's probably because you've taken on really poor quality clients that have very little trust or care for you and your services. So my consideration to that would be, if people are making issues about it, that's the time to get rid of them, in my opinion. That would be a massive, massive red flag for people that I was working with. And that would mean that they really don't respect your time off and your right to kind of have a bit of a break and enjoy the new year. And that's something that I would also consider as well. So the two things are tactics and thought processes. And the final thing is more about a culture thing and where you should set your business up. Okay, but taking those things into consideration, I think that coaches should have time off over Christmas. I think it's almost mandatory. And I think if you are working throughout Christmas, it should only be by choice and the fact that you hate Christmas and not by some guilt or necessity to do so. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that gave you some ideas of what you need to put in place in order to give them time off over Christmas. If you want more videos like this that are definitely, we're going to be putting out more topical videos that are going on with things that are kind of in the industry at that moment, at least once a week. So if you want to keep on top of these, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification hit the bell icon to notify you there's more videos. And I hope you have a great Christmas, whatever you're doing for it, if you celebrate it at all. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a great new year. But I'm still going to be putting videos out because I'm a workaholic and we've probably pre-recorded a lot of them. But have a good one.